Stop comparing your life to someone else's highlight reel. The real competition was never them. The real opponent has always been who you were yesterday. One of the biggest mistakes people make in life is constantly comparing themselves to others. They look at someone who is more successful, more talented, further ahead, and they immediately feel behind. But that comparison is unfair because you are comparing your life to someone who has lived a completely different story than you. They had different advantages, different struggles, different opportunities. So the real question is not, am I better than someone else today? The real question is, am I better than the person I was yesterday? That is the only competition that truly matters, because you are the only person who has lived your exact life. You know your strengths, you know your weaknesses, you know the battles you fought that nobody else has seen. And if you want to grow, your mission is simple: defeat your former self every single day. Maybe not in a dramatic way, maybe not in a way the world applauds, but in a way that moves you forward. Maybe today you become a little more disciplined, maybe tomorrow you become a little more patient, maybe the next day you control your anger a little better. Small improvements, small victories, but those small victories compound, and over time they transform who you are. Because the enemy isn't just laziness or fear, the real enemy is the version of you that becomes bitter, resentful, and angry at the world. That version of you blames others, blames circumstances, blames bad luck. But responsibility changes everything. Responsibility means saying, yes, life is difficult. Yes, things go wrong. Yes, the world can be unfair. But despite all of that, I will still improve myself. Because meaning in life doesn't come from comfort. Meaning comes from responsibility. It comes from picking up the burdens that life gives you and carrying them with strength. First, you take responsibility for yourself. You learn to take care of your own life. Then, if you do that well, you gain the strength to take care of your family. And if you do that well, you may even help your community. That is how meaning grows. Not through pleasure, not through shortcuts, but through responsibility and discipline. And the path to that improvement doesn't have to start with something heroic. It starts with small actions. Very small actions. Cleaning your room, making your bed, taking care of the things directly in front of you. It may seem insignificant, but what you are really doing is aiming upward. You are telling yourself, I am not above responsibility, I will take control of my life. And once you take that first step, something powerful happens. Momentum begins. One small improvement today allows you to take a slightly bigger step tomorrow, and then another, and another. And if you keep doing that for months, for years, your life transforms. Not overnight, but steadily. Because growth is not about sudden miracles. It is about consistent discipline. You start with a flawed plan. You start confused. But as you act, you gain wisdom. As you gain wisdom, you improve the plan. And as you improve the plan, you improve your life. So stop worrying about how far ahead someone else is. Stop measuring yourself against the world. Instead, ask yourself one powerful question every day. How can I be slightly better than I was yesterday? Because if you keep answering that question honestly, if you keep taking those small steps forward, you won't just defeat your former self. You will become a person you never imagined you could be.